China, it would be a serious mistake if Argentina cuts ties with Beijing. Before we dive in details, please subscribe to the channel and stay always one step ahead to know all global important events happening around you. Give a thumbs up and share the video with your family and friends. Let's move on with the video. China said on Tuesday, November 21st, that it would be a serious mistake in Argentina's diplomacy if it cuts ties with major countries like China or Brazil. Addressing a press conference, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said that her country was an important trading partner for Argentina, and its elected government attaches great importance to relations with China. No country can develop economic and trade cooperation without diplomatic relations. It would be a serious mistake in Argentina's diplomacy if Argentina cuts ties with major countries like China or Brazil, Mao said. China is Argentina's second-largest trading partner and the largest export market for agricultural products. The two sides have strong economic complementarity and great potential for cooperation, she added. Beijing's remarks come after Argentina's newly elected president Javier Milei criticized China and Brazil, saying he would not deal with communists. According to a report by Russia's RIA Novosti news agency, Diana Mondino, an economist tipped to become foreign minister under the Milei administration, said that her country would not join BRICS. Argentina was among the 6 countries invited to become new members of BRICS, a bloc which includes China and Brazil. On being asked if Argentina would encourage exports and imports with those countries, Mondino told RIA that Buenos Aires would stop interacting with Beijing and Brasilia. Javier Milei won a resounding victory in Sunday's presidential election, trouncing Economy Minister Sergio Massa by 12 points, with a pledge to halt decades of unbridled state spending and end the decline of Argentina. On Monday, Milei, who will take office on December 10th, said it could take between 18 and 24 months to bring Argentina's triple-digit inflation under control. He vowed to put public accounts in order. He has also vowed to ditch the ailing peso for the US dollar and get rid of the central bank, which he accuses of fueling inflation by printing money to finance government overspending. This move coincided with a time of global tension, particularly between Russia and Ukraine. This geopolitical scenario was a catalyst for change, as Argentina's alignment with Russia began to create a rift between China and Argentina. Simultaneously, Latin America was witnessing a resurgence of leftist movements. Pedro Castillo's rise in Peru, for instance, was reflective of a larger trend across the region. This growing anger at the political elite, rising poverty, and a desire for bigger government and higher social spending were all playing into the hands of China. However, Argentina's shift towards Russia was seen as a deviation from this trend, further straining the relationship with China. Meanwhile, in China, President Xi Jinping was hosting Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva in a bid to build momentum for talks on the conflict in Ukraine. Lula's support for China's plan to end the conflict was a key theme of their meeting. This diplomatic push by China, while dismissed by the US and some allies, helped consolidate China's efforts to serve as a representative of developing economies and provide an alternative to the US. As Argentina distanced itself from this diplomatic effort, the political relationship between the two countries began to deteriorate. The differing stances on global issues and the shift in national policies were creating a divide that was hard to bridge. These changes began to cast a shadow on their once harmonious relationship. Fast forward to the present day, and the landscape of Argentina-China relations looks significantly different. A sense of discord has replaced the once harmonious relationship, with political tensions casting a shadow over their diplomatic ties. One of the key issues that have stirred the pot is Argentina's recent shift in its economic alliances. Argentine President Alberto Fernandez's visit to Russia signaled a desire to reduce its economic dependence on the United States and the International Monetary Fund. Fernandez expressed his aspiration for Argentina to broaden its horizons, with Russia playing an important role. This shift has ruffled feathers in Beijing, as China views this move as a potential threat to its economic influence in the region. Meanwhile, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine has also strained their relations. Argentina's stance on this issue has not been in line with China's, causing further tension. China's push for a diplomatic resolution, while commendable, has not found favor with Argentina due to reservations about Russia maintaining control of occupied Ukrainian territories. On another front, environmental concerns are proving to be a bone of contention. Argentina's southern neighbor, Brazil, has been under scrutiny for deforestation in the Amazon rainforest, causing alarm among environmentalists worldwide. This has put pressure on Argentina to reassess its trade relations with China, as the Asian giant's demand for commodities has been linked to environmental degradation in the region. Moreover, the rise of leftist movements in Latin America, as exemplified by the potential victory of socialist Pedro Castillo in Peru, reflects a growing discontent with the political elite and a desire for a larger government role and higher social spending. This trend could significantly alter the balance of diplomacy with the United States and China, impacting investment in the region and creating additional friction in the Argentina-China relationship. These tensions have led to a noticeable cooling of their political relations. So, where do Argentina and China go from here? As we look towards the future, the political relationship between Argentina and China seems to be at a crossroads. Let's explore the potential scenarios that could unfold. One possible path is that Argentina and China continue strengthening their ties, following the trend of Argentina's President Fernandez seeking to diversify Argentina's economic dependencies. This would likely involve further bilateral cooperation and trade agreements, which could see Argentina leaning more towards China as a key partner. It could also see Argentina aligning more with other nations that have bolstered their relationships with China, such as Brazil and Russia. However, there's another possible path. Argentina could veer towards maintaining a balance between its relationships with both the United States and China. This would involve a careful diplomatic dance, navigating the intricacies of global politics to ensure Argentina's national interests are protected. The deciding factors in which path Argentina takes are complex. Economic factors will undoubtedly play a major role. Argentina's financial stability is a key concern, and the nation's leaders may be swayed by which superpower offers the most beneficial economic partnership. Political ideology is another influential factor. The rise of leftist movements in Latin America, as seen with the election of Pedro Castillo in Peru, could push Argentina towards a closer relationship with China. And let's not forget international pressures. The global response to Russia's actions in Ukraine has shown that international politics can have a profound impact on bilateral relationships. How China positions itself in these global conflicts could impact Argentina's decisions. The future of Argentina-China relations is not set in stone. It will be shaped by these factors and more, as both nations navigate the ever-changing landscape of international politics. Only time will tell how their political relationship will evolve. In conclusion, the political relationship between Argentina and China has been a journey of ups and downs. From the early years of mutual cooperation and shared interests, to the turning point marked by disagreements and conflicting priorities. Today we see a strained relationship influenced by global factors and domestic politics, yet the future holds potential for change. It's a future that could see Argentina and China rekindle their ties or further drift apart, depending on the political will and global landscape. As we continue to navigate the complex world of international politics, the relationship between Argentina and China will undoubtedly remain a fascinating case study.